Uh, Hello children of class 10. Today we are going to learn about the Italy Unified. Before that, the previous video we have already done with the revolution of liberalism. Then we have already done with the Germany regarding the little bit of a role of Otto von Bismarck. Then today we are going to learn about the Italy Unified. Clear? Like Germany, Italy too had a long history of political fragmentation. You know what is a fragmentation? Spread all over. Italians were scattered over several dynastic states as well as the multinational Habsburg Empire. So Italy was divided into 7 states, among which only one, that is the Sardinia Piedmont, was ruled by an Italian princely house. North was under the Austrian Habsburg, center was ruled by the Pope, and the southern regions were under the domination of the Bourbon kings of Spain. So among this, you can find out that Giuseppe Mazzini, he had put together a coherent program for the unitary Italian Republic. He also formed a secret society known as the Young Italy for the disseminations of his goal. Failure of the revolutionary uprising, both in 1831 and 1848, meant that the mantle now fall into the hand of the Sardinia Piedmont under its ruler King Victor Emmanuel II to unify the Italian states through war. Clear? Now, when this things was going on, a unified Italy was being offered the possibility of the economic development as well as a political dominance. Now, at that time, Chief Minister Cavour, who led the movement to unify the regions of the Italy, was neither a revolutionary nor a democrat. So like many other wealthy as well as educated members of the Italian elite, he spoke French much better than the Italian. Now, Sardinia Piedmont was succeeded in defeating the Austrian forces in 1859. Now, apart from the regular troops, you know what is a troops? Army. A large number of armed volunteers, they under the leadership of Giuseppe Garibaldi, joined the army. And in 1860, they marched into South Italy and the kingdom of the Two Sicilies and succeeded in winning the support of the local peasants, in order to drive out the Spanish ruler. So in 1861, Victor Emmanuel II was being proclaimed the king of the United Italy. So much of the Italian population, among whom rates of illiteracy was very high, remained blissfully unaware of their liberal nationalist ideology. Peasant masses, the people, populations of the peasant, who had supported Garibaldi in the southern Italy, had never heard the word Italia, and they believed that La Talia must be the Victor Emmanuel's wife. Clear? Now, next one is the strange case of the Britain. The model of the nation or the nation states, some scholars they have argued, is Great Britain. In Britain, you can find it out the formation of the nation states. Children, this is very important one. Was not the result of the sudden upheaval, was not the result of the sudden revolution. It was the result of a long drawn out process. There was no British nations prior to the 18th century. Primary identities of the people who inhabited the British Isles were ethnic ones, such as an English, Welsh, Scots, or an Irish. All of these are the ethnic groups. These groups, they had their own culture and political tradition. But as the English nation, which started to grow in wealth, importance, and power, it was able to extend an influence over the other nations of the island. English Parliament, they had seized power from the monarchy at the end of the conflict, which was an instrument which a nation state with England at its center came to be effected. So the act of the union between the England and the Scotland that resulted in the formation of the United Kingdom of Great Britain meant that England was able to impose its influence on Scotland. British Parliament, dominated by their own English members, the growth of the British identity meant that Scottish distinctive culture, political institutions were systematically suppressed. So Catholic clans, the group, inhabited the Scotland Highlands, several suffered a terrible repressions. Scottish Highlanders were stopped of being to speak in a Gaelic languages, or they are been not to wear any national dress. Large numbers of were been forcibly driven out of their motherland or homeland. So Ireland, among this, Ireland suffered a similar fate. It was a country divided deeply between the Catholic as well as the Protestants. English held the Protestants over the larger Catholic country. Catholic revolts against the British dominance, they were also been suppressed. After a failed revolt led by the Wolfe-Tone and his countries or United Irishmen, Ireland was forcibly incorporated into the United Kingdom in 1801. A new British nation was been made through the propagations of the dominant English culture. Then you can find it out here that symbols of New Britain, the British flag known as a Union Jack, national anthem, God Save Our Noble King, the English language, they were actively promoted, and the older nations, they have to be survived by remaining as a subordinate partners. Clear? So children, till this I have told you today. Slowly we have to do it, children, because we cannot, you won't be able to understand the concept of it. Okay, so Italy Unified I have already told you. So next class, that is on Saturday, I am going to send you the video regarding the portraits of the motherland, how the artists at that time, they have visualized the nations as a female figure, how they have made it. So we are going to learn about in the next video, that is known as a visualizing nations. After that we are going to come to nationalism and imperialism, and that will be the last chapter. Okay, so go through the chapter, children, whatever, or go to the videos, whatever we are giving you. Try to understand the concept, because see, the time is very crucial here. This is due to the pandemic. We have to give you a very nice video so that you can understand the concept of it. Okay, so children, please go through the videos, whatever you're getting, and please stay safe. Stay home and stay safe. Thank you.